Hello, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your girl Mitzi, and this is Mitzi. Let's think about her. Today, we are thinking about positivity in business and life with Lori Rogers, who's going to help us think about this in a whole new light. So, Lori, thank you so much for coming on my show. Let's just dive right in. When you hear the words positivity in business and life, what does that make you think about?
It makes me think everything is working out. All things are working out for me. I think don't stress, don't worry. And if you do, you've got the resilience to bounce back. For instance, like several things are happening right now in our business, in my business, that are like, oh, it's going to work out. Oh my gosh, these jackets didn't look right. Da, da, da. And instead of going down the ditch with it, I'm
Yeah.
staying, no, I'm staying positive. I'm staying compassionate. I'm staying, light and airy. So I didn't just pick that up off the ground and know how to do that. I had to practice that. And I learned how to do that about 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago, and through certain practices and study to help myself stay in a more optimistic, positive way instead of getting dragged into the ditch every time something happened in my personal life, but more so in the business. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I like the fact that you were honest about how it developed with time, that it wasn't just some
Oh
take a
gosh.
drink of water and hello, I'm brand new all over again. Like, no, like you
Right.
developed this skill and it goes back to power of choice. You have the choice to choose to go down the rabbit hole of that negatives of what ifs, but then you also have the choice to choose to stand your ground and they're like, you know what? This will pass, this feeling will pass, the emotion will pass, the doubt will pass, but I'm going to keep going forward because I know in my gut this is the right thing to do. And I think that comes down to standing by that gut feeling. And how many times have you betrayed that gut feeling and you were like, oh no, I should have just go forward?
Right. And that's beautiful. That is so true. And then I ask myself, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? The
Mhm.
worst thing that can happen is it's going to cost me this much money to fix this order. Okay, it's not life and death. It's
Yeah.
okay. No one passed. It's all good. Like we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a great way. And what do you think is holding people back from thinking positive in their business and in life?
I don't know, but I can speak for myself. What was holding me back was I didn't know. I didn't know there were activities I could do to raise my vibration, to raise my energy level so that I would start thinking more clearly and more positively and more optimistically. I thought being down in the rut was just where you were in life when
Yeah.
you're a business owner or an entrepreneur or a mom of three or with, a disabled child, whatever. I just thought that was kind of no, I didn't know like that I could create my thoughts, my words, my visions, my actions to rise above. So I think
Okay.
being aware is the first step. Oh, wait a minute. I don't have to live in this cage of fear and worry and doubt. I can change. Okay, let's work on
Right.
that. How do I change this? And how do I change myself, my mindset? For
Right.
me, I had no idea. I had the power all along. It's like, what's the movie? That, oh, I have the red shoes on. I had the power all along, right?
Yeah, I think that's a very valid point. I think not just for yourself, but for everybody out there. We always have that I don't know factor. And there's so many other people who have more knowledge than you or more experience than you in a certain area. And then that leads into that doubt. But I'm so glad you were able to look at it in a more realistic standard. And I think more people need to look in their lives and their surroundings, their just everything in a more realistic standards and ask that question, what can I handle right now? Not not 10 from years from now, not in the future. No, right now at this very moment, what can I handle? And usually what you can handle is your emotions. Usually what you can handle is your thoughts, your words, and what comes out of you at that exact moment. So I think
Right.
that's a beautiful way of just trying to just remind people you're gonna have the hardships, you're gonna have those unexpected situations in business and in life. It's just choosing
Hmm.
to just reframe yourself. So what's your medicine? You know what I
Hmm.
mean, Lori? What keeps you ready and
Yes.
relaxed?
So I have several activities that I do in the morning, which are, if you haven't read the book, The High Five Habit by Mel Robbins, it's a fabulous little book that is science-based. And I walk into the bathroom, I look at myself in the mirror, I give myself a high five, I say something nice to myself, and it sets up that day that, and this is before any emails, any, phone, any text, anything, any social media, nothing. Grab my cup of coffee, grab my journal. I write down three unique things that I appreciate from the last 24 hours, which trains your brain to start looking for things to appreciate as opposed to danger, danger. This is bad, that's bad, this is going to happen, that's going to happen, whatever. So you're reprogramming that software program in your brain to look for more positive and wonderful things. I write down a conscious recall. So it's something that made me laugh or smile or jolly, from the last 24 hours. And when you write it down and you think about it and you experience all of those emotions again, your brain doesn't know whether it's happening right now or it happened yesterday. So you're feeling all of those emotions and all those hormones are going through your body again. I meditate for 5 minutes in the morning. I exercise every day. And I do a conscious act of kindness each day, either an email, a phone call, a text to a family member, a peer, someone on your team, whatever. And what you're doing is you're making yourself feel good for saying something wonderful to somebody, and it also makes them feel good. And then you have this ripple effect. Hopefully, they do it for someone else, and then you've got
Yeah.
this ripple effect going on, right? And these activities learned to do and then learned that they were scientifically proven to raise your optimum level, your joy level, your happiness level, your resilience, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same thing. And I said, okay, how could I not do this then? So I started doing it, and the research has shown that if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that worked out really nicely to do it for at
Yeah.
least 21 days. So those are the activities that I do. And then I sort of thought of um, shifting my perspective. So not just these activities to keep your resilience high, but also shifting your perspective on things that are happening in your life, because your long-term happiness
Yeah.
is predicted, 90%, I should say, of your long-term happiness is predicted by how you perceive your life, how you perceive your job, your income, your home, your car, where you live, whatever, where 10% of it is based on reality.
Yeah.
So perception of things is your choice, right?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
when something, when COVID happened, everyone was obviously freaking out for the first few weeks or whatever, but after the first few weeks of freak out and readjustment and all of that, it's like, okay, well, we're home. We can get our marketing list together. We can clean out this closet and declutter. We can get our samples all organized and ready to go. I'm talking business wise. We had the time to sort of regroup and adjust. So this is a good thing. We got to see our children more often. Like, it's how you perceive what's happening to you. So is this
Absolutely.
happening for me or to me? Right? And there's a
Absolutely. Yeah.
difference. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that those are really great points. And we need to remember those are to combine all of that to be your medicine is such a great way because you are focusing on yourself, giving yourself to heal, giving yourself to recenter and rejuvenate. And then it's also allowing yourself to remember you got to be of service and being of service in the smallest way of just sending a text message, contacting, getting organized with your family, getting organized with your business. You know what I mean? Those are all great ways to get yourself, like you said, a different perspective, a shifted perspective. And we all really need that. So I really do appreciate you coming on my show and giving me your perspective and sharing it
Thank
because I really
you.
do hope it gives somebody hope that in their life and in their business it can trigger something in them that I realize I got this. I have the choice. I have the power. And I acknowledge I'm going to go forward in that direction. So thank you. This has been a really rewarding conversation. And
Thank you,
anybody's
Missy. I hope
listening,
so. Thanks.
yeah, most definitely. And if anybody's out there who would like to know more about Lori and her business and all that she has to offer the world so that you can continue on thinking, I have her lovely photo with her website so that we can get the balls rolling in our mind and let the flows just in. Because you know what? We all need to just think about this because our lives matter and our choice truly does have an effect with
You're
everybody
right.
else.
Thank
So,
you.
with that being said,